welcome back to my channel. So I have a review video for you, and this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I bought this with my own money, but I have been itching to get my hands on the updated official bullet journal. And I was out shopping for my grade book and I actually found it at a local store, and so I had to grab one. So what I've decided is that this is going to be my bullet journal for 2022, which I know it's early. Like, who are we kidding? Of course it's early. But I wanted to go ahead and before I get into sort of the end of, like, obviously later, before I get into setting everything up, I did want to go ahead and sort of do a review on this particular bullet journal. So what I'm going to do is I will pull out one of the original official bullet journals, and I have the new one that I bought, and so we can kind of compare and contrast. And yeah, basically this is, I really wanted to try this journal, and so I bought it for myself, and I figured, why not share it? So let us head on over to the table and see what's up with this new journal. So I grabbed the last official bullet journal I used, which was actually my 8th bullet journal, so 2019, and this is actually the Stealth. So this is an official bullet journal, but it was a special edition that was released with the bullet journal method book if you got the collector's set. So that is just, the only difference is it's got this sort of black like tint on the sides of the pages. So as you can see, I have not even opened up this notebook. As I mentioned, I did just buy this for myself at a local stationery store that I have here in France. Oops. So, and you might be surprised and be thinking, well, Caitlin, why didn't you get the black version? And all I can say is I have recently been kind of obsessed with blush pink, and so I decided to get that one because, you know, my perfect ordering of bullet journals has been messed up because I did a B6 bullet journal last year, and like, anyway, I'm just kind of doing whatever. So I got the blush pink one because I thought it was super cute. So one of the things I wanted to look at is they actually do have thicker paper. So as you can see, it is a thicker notebook now by a little bit, which for me doesn't really matter because I really don't bring my bullet journal with me. It is actually quite a bit heavier. Like she's weighty. So in terms of the extra weight, I'm not really super concerned about it just because I do typically leave my bullet journal at home. So not really worried. All right, let's see. We're going to take out this. Let's see what's on here actually. Oh my goodness, this thing is huge. Oh, and it's literally like they changed the sides. Okay. So what do we have over here? So it just kind of says it's the bullet journal and like term collaboration. So talking about the grid, the page dividers. Oh yeah, that I'm actually super excited about those page dividers. We'll look at that. Then bulletjournal.com, which I already know about. The companion app, also know about. The book, which, oh yeah, obviously I have the book, some little quotes and stuff, and then features of this particular bullet journal, which is really cool, and some more features. Okay, all right, let's take a look. We're gonna just look at the actual thing rather than looking at that. So I do have this is just the normal like term stuff. Don't need any of those. Is there anything in the back? So I have the stickers. Ooh, pretty. All right, we're gonna look at that too. And then, okay, cool. There's no, oh no, the archiving stickers I can only imagine are on the actual thing. So I will say there is obviously, mine looks a little different because I've put my thing, but rather than have this large like block, they actually just have a little embossed bullet journal over there and just the logo on the side here, which this one, I can't remember if it has it on the side because obviously I have my archiving sticker. But yeah, so we have that. So in terms of the inside, which I'll have to break in my spine. So this is actually a diagram that's in the bullet journal method, but oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Okay, so this is actually something that I used to do in my notebooks, and it was something I probably saw from somebody, so I definitely didn't invent it, is having a guide for how many boxes I needed to do like half and a quarter. So basically half, a third, a quarter, a sixth, a ninth, and a 12th. And they give you, if it's in the rose gold, it's without a border, and in the gray is with a border. So I'm not 100% sure what that actually means, but I mean, it makes sense. Oh, I know. Okay, so if you want to like go in one and have like an extra line than it's at. Gotcha. Okay. And then it'll tell you, so it gives you, there's 25 dots on the top or like across, and it's 37 dots down. And then it'll give you here, so a third is at dots, a third is at dots 9 and 17, and then a half is at dot 13, and then a third is at 13 and 25, and half is at 19. So I love that they actually have that like right there so you can refer to that. Then going in here, oh yes, I'm so excited about this. So, all right. Oh my gosh, I forgot I had this in here. Wow, 2019 was a hot second ago. I forgot about all this stuff in here. Anyway, we're not focusing on that. So it actually used to be that they had like the name and contact, and I like that they don't do anything because like, yeah, I just prefer it like this. So, ooh, and it starts, page 1 is actually, page 1 is actually this page over here. So then you have your key, which I can basically guarantee I will not use. They have the key in this one and did not. Yeah, I did not use them ever. Like literally just what they had. So that is fine. And then you have the intentions, which I think one of the things that they actually did is, let me just kind of confirm. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about this. So one of the things with the original official bullet journal is they had like tips in here. And then at the end you had all of these, whoops, oh my gosh, wow. You had all of your like explanation pages at the end here. And I think what they did is they took it out of the notebook and they just put it in the guide, which I think is fantastic. So I'm gonna read what they kind of intend you to use the intentions page for. So wait, let's feel the paper here. I'm just gonna pick, oh my goodness, wow. So yeah, this is definitely a lot heavier paper. I think it's, so I wanna say Leuchtturm, like the original Leuchtturms are 80 gram, and I think this is like 100, or no, this is 120. So it's actually quite a bit thicker. So the official is 80, or the original Leuchtturms are 80 or 90. I can never remember exactly which. And this is 120, which is a bit like, it is definitely sturdier, but it's not like super, why are we missing whole? Oh my gosh, do you see this? There's like a section with no dots. That's so weird. It's only on that page though. I'll have to read the guide and see if that was intentional or if that was a misprint. Anyway, so it is thicker paper. So for people who are like really anti-ghosting and all of that, I think it's gonna be better. I honestly don't care, but I did enjoy the thicker paper that I used when I made my own bullet journal in 2020. So I'm curious to see how I will like this. So then you've got your index. Oh, nice. So I can actually just set this up my way. So the index in here is like this, which I actually did like, but I typically will split mine down the middle because I only need 2 pages if I can split it down the middle basically, which is how I have it in my current bullet journal. So that is great. They do give you 4 pages. I will most likely end up using this, like the other 4 pages of the index for something else. We'll see what, I don't know. And then you have your future log, which I will probably end up, and I think what I actually did with this is I did some future log and some goals, I want to say. Yeah, so this was when I was still using my CALENDEX. So I did future log and then I did goals instead of this, and I don't use this setup anymore, but I will probably end up doing something like that, and then you just jump right into your main pages. So in terms of that, the rest of it is pretty like similar. One of the things that it'll take a while to get used to, but I think I'm gonna like it, is they actually did the page numbers in the center, which if you do page threading is actually super useful. So do I have anything that I page threaded? Would probably be in the beginning. Okay, so for example, I did page thread here, and when it's kind of hugging the corner there, it's like hard to fit in. So I think that was actually designed so that you could page thread before and after, and it would be like a little bit more legible. If it wasn't designed that way, then that's actually just really helpful anyway, but I think it was intentional. Then we've got, 3 notebooks. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. So pretty. So 3 notebooks, 3 bookmarks. Those are not notebooks, those are bookmarks. I will say that I typically don't like need 3 bookmarks. I will probably, oh, you guys are connected. I'll probably find a way of using them, but I actually, in my current bullet journal, I've only got the 2 because I have just a regular Leuchtturm, and I think that I use a paper clip in like a really flat paper clip on one point. So maybe I'll just use a notebook oh my gosh, again, a bookmark instead. So in terms of the rest of it, okay, let's look at page numbers. So there are 206 pages, which is fewer. I think that, so it's in terms of usable pages, there's 238 in the other official, like in the original official bullet journal, and then you've got like 6 or 8 pages of like tips and hints and stuff like that after. So it is, what, like 40 pages shorter, but honestly, I think that I will probably be fine. So if we look at my current bullet journal, I am on page 131, and I'm basically on week 3 of July, which means that I have 1 more week in July, and then we're in August, and then I only have 5 months left. So I think that for me, 200 pages is like, it might be a little close, but I think I could still potentially fit an entire year in my notebook. So we shall see. Then you do have your little back pocket sort of as normal. And I think the thing that we really want here is what about this little like guide or whatever? Oh, I like honestly just really like that color a lot. Anyway, so let's take a look at stickers first. So you have 2 sets of month stickers. So I assume it's designed to be 1 set for your future log and 1 set for your monthly log would be my assumption there. And then you've got vertical stickers for the months, like the Monday through Thursday thing, and vertical stickers for the days of the week. So I would actually probably end up using these for my monthly log and then save my overlay tapes because I have the horizontal overlay tapes for my trackers and stuff. I don't necessarily know that I would use the little lightning bolts and circles. I'm not really sure what those are for, but you do have the archiving stickers over here, which I do actually use, so I would hold on to those. So I'll probably just stick this in the back little like pocket over there, but that is actually pretty handy. And I like that it's like pretty minimal in terms of what they've given you. I love that it's rose gold because obviously I love rose gold, but I actually think I would use most of these stickers minus maybe these ones, unless there's something in here that's like, oh, hey, this is what you can use those for. So in terms of your little guide, ooh, so there's a little poem about time, and then I assume I could just like write my name there. Ooh, this is like nice, like cardstock. And then, oops, so it gives you, focus, thank you. So it gives you your introduction about the bullet journal method, so setting up your index, future log, monthly log, daily log. Okay, so like the basics, which is always a good little reminder. Practice. So let's take a look at a typical month. So you can do your morning reflection, doing throughout your day, updating tasks, so just kind of like how you can sort of fill things out. Evening reflection, monthly reflection, next steps, so custom collections. Okay, cool. All right. So it is pretty much like if you had never used a bullet journal before and you were curious about the system, or if you had a friend who you thought might be into it, this would be a really good like starting place to then go and do like a deep dive, get like the bullet journal method, or to go into a deep dive on the bullet journal website, or to check out YouTube and see like what other people do. But this is like a very basic sort of setup, which I think is actually really like practical, because if you're gonna get this as a gift for somebody, like this is the information they really need to know. If you already know what to do, I like that this is in like a handy little thing. I'll actually probably save this and put it next to my bullet journal method just because it's cute. But like, I'm glad that it doesn't take up pages in my bullet journal because I already have a system that I like and that I, enjoy using. The one thing that I'm gonna have to look in the bullet journal method is this intentions, because I do monthly intentions and I don't think that that is actually what they plan for this to be. And I want to know what they like are imagining this intention pages, like what kind of a purpose this is supposed to serve. So I will have to look that up, but otherwise I really like that it is like more streamlined. I think that that was actually one of my sort of biggest I guess, complaints, and it wasn't even a real complaint because like the notebook is still perfectly usable. But one of my complaints was that you had like these extra explanation pages that just like took up space. Whoops, not here, no, this one. That just like took up space like in the actual notebook that I was like, I don't actually ever refer to these. And so I'm glad that I think that must have been like a community, like really sort of common community feedback. And so they ended up just doing the little separate thing. I like that they streamlined the front so that it is more or less like a normal notebook. You just have this like little embossing, but it's smaller. I like the colors that they chose too. You know, you have black if you're into sort of the neutrals, which normally I would have bought the black one, except for I just really liked this particular color. I am really excited to see about this paper and all of that. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and stick all of my stuff back in here because, as I mentioned, this is going to be my 2022 bullet journal. So you will see this again you'll see this again in November when I do my mega planning week again. But I just wanted to go ahead and take a little peek into that. But yeah, I'm super excited to test this out. Oh no. So I do know that, all right, I'm having issues. We're gonna do it in the middle. So I do know that this, I think, was probably the second run of doing this bullet journal, because when I sort of first heard about it and then went on the website to look into getting one, they were already out of stock. So I'll link the shop to the official bullet journal website, but you might have better luck checking like a local store that also carries Leuchtturm, because that was actually where I ended up finding it, even though I think I had done a thing like, you know, like notify me when it's back in stock, and like I hadn't gotten a notification. So it might be a little hard to find, but I think that it'll be nice if you don't like the way that normal Leuchtturm paper goes. I think this will probably be better, and obviously we will check back in once I actually start using this. Or if you're looking to, you know, convince people in your cohort to get into bullet journaling, I feel like this would be a really pretty gift. So I can't remember exactly how much this was. I think it was it was around 22 euros, and I want to say that the official bullet journal is probably around that, whereas a normal Leuchtturm is like 16 or 17 euros. So it is a little bit more expensive, but honestly, I don't mind the price of the Leuchtturm just because I do use my journal for the entire year. I know that I personally am planning on using up my stock and then going back to making my own journals, which, you know, this will put me behind another year because I did go for the official bullet journal, but I do think that they are, like, my Leuchtturms have all held up really, really well. And I do, aside from my first like 5 or maybe 4 or 5, I have either like 8 months or like a year in my journal. So they do hold up really, really well. So I think they are worth the price typically. So yeah, that is my little review of the new and improved official bullet journal. So I hope that that was interesting, seeing inside, in case that you haven't had a chance to look at a review video or get your hands on one yourself. I think they've been out for a while at this point. I am just late to the party. So I'm excited to use this for 2022. It's going to be kind of difficult to put this on my shelf for the next like 5 months, but you know what? We can do it. Time's gonna fly. It'll be November and time for me to film my mega goal planning week before you know it. So if you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. As I mentioned, I will try and link the official bullet journal page, like their shop. So if you are interested in getting this is not sponsored in any way. I did pay for this myself. I just really like bullet journal and I really like Leuchtturm, so I thought I would share. Anyway, I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, so if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and are actually watching my end screen and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would. There's a little button right there for you to do it. And if you're interested in watching some more of my videos, I have links to 2 of my older videos off to the left there, so you can check those out if you would like to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!